Notice how every year you earn a little more, yet somehow you never feel richer. Your paycheck goes up. Your expenses go up even faster. Coffee, eating out, streaming subscriptions, groceries, car payments, and phone upgrades. And before you realize it, you're working harder than ever while feeling like you're standing still. Most people blame inflation. And yes, inflation is part of the story. But after digging through spending reports, household spending data, and pricing trends over the last few years, I discovered something far more interesting. Many of the things we spend money on today didn't become expensive overnight. They became expensive gradually, so gradually that most people never noticed. These were things that once seemed completely normal until they quietly started draining money from people's pockets without them realizing it. And the scary part, most people still haven't noticed what's happening. The average American household now spends over $78,000 every year. That's more than $6,500 every month. So where's all the money going? After looking through the numbers, I noticed a pattern. The biggest financial leaks weren't luxury purchases. Most people aren't secretly buying yachts. They're not flying private jets. They're not living like celebrities. They're simply spending money on things that used to make sense. Today, we're going to uncover 7 everyday habits that once seemed completely normal, but have quietly become some of the biggest drains on our money. Stay till the end, because the last one is the one nobody sees coming. And when this hits, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. The first one, paying for convenience. Let's be honest, you've had those days, you're exhausted after work, it's getting late, cooking feels like a second job. So you open a food delivery app. You find a meal for $14.99. Sounds reasonable. About 30 minutes later, your food arrives right at your door. No cooking, no dishes, no effort. And that's exactly what you're paying for, convenience. You don't have to cook, you don't have to clean, you just eat and move on. And that's the dangerous part. It's never one expensive purchase that hurts your finances. It's the small, everyday habits repeated over and over again until they quietly become a lifestyle. But then something starts happening. A delivery fee gets added, then comes the service fee, maybe taxes, then a tip, and before you even place the order, that $14.99 meal is suddenly costing you over $25. The problem is, the prices changed, but the habits didn't. Try this instead. Pick any 4 days of the week that works best for you and cook at home. For the remaining 3 days, you can enjoy eating out if you want. By doing this, you're not cutting it out entirely. You're simply cutting back. And that's how real financial change happens. Not instantly, but gradually. Do this and you could significantly reduce how much you spend on conveniency without feeling like you've lowered your standard of living. The second on our list, eating out becoming a habit. 5 years ago, you could go out, enjoy a meal, and not think much about the bill. You sit down for what feels like an average dinner and somehow leave wondering how you spent $80. You didn't order anything crazy, you didn't celebrate anything special, you just ate. And that's what makes this interesting. Most people just adjusted to the price increments without even realizing it. The habit stayed the same, the prices changed, and because the increases happened slowly, nobody sounded the alarm. The third here on our list is the subscription lie we tell ourselves. Remember when everyone was canceling cable? The promise was simple: save money, only pay for what you actually watch. At first it worked. 1 subscription, maybe 2, then another, then another, then another. Now many people are paying for multiple streaming services, music subscriptions, cloud storage, premium apps, and memberships they barely use. A $10 subscription doesn't feel dangerous. A $15 fee doesn't feel dangerous. A $6 coffee doesn't feel dangerous. But stack enough of those together, and suddenly you're wondering why there's never anything left at the end of the month. Number 4 on our list are unwanted car upgrades. Every year, average car payments have climbed dramatically over the last decade. Think about it. What if you drove a reliable car that's about 4 or 5 years old and saved hundreds of dollars every month and still got everywhere you needed to go? Would anyone actually care? The next on our list, unwanted phone upgrades. Every year there's a new phone. A better camera, a faster processor, a brighter screen. And every year, millions of people replace their devices that still works perfectly fine. Most people use their phones exactly the same way they did 3 years ago. Texting, scrolling, watching videos, and taking photos. Technology should solve problems, not create new payments. The next on our list are small daily habits. This might be the most important one so far. Nobody goes broke from one coffee, one snack, or even from one impulse purchase. That's not how it happens. What happens is repetition. The brain sees $5. It doesn't see $5 repeated hundreds of times. Companies understand this perfectly. They don't need you spending $1,000 once. They need you spending $5 repeatedly without thinking. Think about this. If I asked someone where most of their money goes, they'd probably say rent, maybe groceries, maybe gas. But very few people could tell you exactly how much they spent on convenience, subscriptions, eating out, or even on impulse purchases last month. Not because they're hiding spending it, but because they've never added it up. And what we don't measure, we usually underestimate. Every day we spend money on something that used to feel normal, but now quietly drains our finances. Take, for instance, buy now, pay later, or installment spending. It sounds helpful. You get what you want now and pay later. But here's the problem. Instead of asking, can I actually afford this? We start asking, can I handle the monthly payment? And once you do it once, it becomes 2, then 3. Before you know it, part of your income is already gone before it even arrives. And that's how easy it is to lose control without even realizing it. Before you go, don't be shy. Tell me, which of these habits are you guilty of? Is it food delivery, eating out, subscriptions, car payments, unwanted phone upgrades, small everyday purchases, or buy now, pay later? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to stop losing money to habits that feel normal, subscribe. Every week, we uncover the hidden costs of everyday life so you can make smarter financial decisions. See you in the next video.